Welcome to today's yoga question. I'm Lizzie Lasater, and joining us is Judith Hanson Lasater. Hi, Mama.
Hi, Liz.
So we're talking about the combination, looking at a Yoga Sutra from Patanjali, picking one sutra and connecting it to an embodied experience. It's something you do so well in your teaching, in your asana classes, Mom, and you did so brilliantly in our Yoga Journal Sutra course. So what I'd love is for you to talk today about Pada 2, verse 16.
Patanjali, Pada 2, verse 16, is the most hopeful verse in the entire book.
Okay.
Hayam dukkam anagatam. Coming suffering is to be avoided. Because we cannot avoid the suffering of the past or the present. We're already there. But we can do what we do now reaps benefits in the future. In other words, there's hope that through this practice of yoga, I can alleviate my suffering, which is basically my clinging. And I thought that it might be nice for you to practice an asana for us, and I can bring that concept into the way you practice Prasartapadottanasana. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Those of you watching with us, I suggest you, number one, put your hair in a ponytail. And number two, get a mat and do it with us so you can feel like you're in a class with Mom and you can feel what she's talking about. Okay, so.
Tucking in probably is good too. Tucking in.
Yeah.
In the back too, yes, tucking in. Okay. Oh, you look so smart. All right. Pretend you're a yoga student right now.
Okay.
Point. We're all pretending we're yoga students. I'm also pretending I'm a yoga teacher right now. So make your feet point straight ahead. And we're taking this, it's a wonderful pose at the beginning of class because it doesn't really stretch the hamstrings as much as Uttanasana. It's more accessible for people with tighter hamstrings. So what I would like you to do is to go down with your hands on your side thighs, a little bit lower on the trochanters. And I'd like you to go down with a back bend and your chin out because that's the way it's often taught. And I want you to push from the ribs. We see this all the time. Come down and lightly touch your feet, your hands now, and really lift your sitting bones. Oh, yeah. So she's really pushing her sitting bones up, and they're pushing, you can almost see them pushing against the skin. Yeah. And I think that's overstretching. That is striving. That is ambition that shows us that I don't believe in this moment that I'm okay. I have to do something and push myself into more to be acceptable to myself and the world. Instead of asking the question of your body, how does this pose come today to me? So up you come. So you know how you'll go in your kitchen and you're going to make lunch or something, and you kind of have the idea of what might taste good. And someday maybe you just want half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on some really good bread, or almond butter sandwich on some really good bread. But if you had that every day, you would get tired of it.
Yeah.
You kind of want, I want to taste this taste or that taste or something warm or something fresh or just a salad or lots of veggies or whatever it is. Well, it's kind of like that. I wish we had that curiosity with our poses that we've done hundreds if not thousands of times. Instead of always thinking with the same brain, I've got to do more. So now I'd like you to come down in a slightly different way. I'd like you to drop your chin slightly. Now I want you to put your thumbs on your lowest front ribs and your middle finger on the ASIS. Right. So if you come forward in a back bend, try that a little bit. See, the ribs come ahead. That's enough. The ribs come forward of the pelvis. Yes?
Yes.
And if you're a super beginner, really rounded inflection, and now the pelvis goes before the ribs. So basically what I want is everything. But I would like for you to come forward, keeping your ribs and your pelvis in the same plane. In other words, the ribs are not ahead or behind the pelvis. Yes, You can feel that. Drop your chin into flexion. Drop down a little bit. Now, inhale the breath. And exhale, go slowly down. Keeping them even. You feel them moving at the same speed, Lizzie?
Yes.
Now, lightly touch your feet. And just let your back, for you, a more serious practitioner, everyone's going to be rounded. The question is, where is the lower back rounded? It's not, you don't want it rounded in the first half of coming down. That's very stressful for the lumbar and the lumbar disc. But once you're down, there is a little softening, you see. And even for that's maybe tiny bit too much. But for really super flexible people that are so bendy, try dropping your tailbone just a little bit and bringing your belly organs, nestling them inside the pelvis. Release the back of the skull. Now imagine that your pelvis is the top of the mountain and your spine is the river that's just flowing through the lumbar, through the thoracic, through the neck, through the head, and spilling out. Inhaling, up you come. Did you notice, and all of you who did this, but I only have Lizzie to talk to, sadly. Not sadly. I'm happy to talk to her. I'd love to talk to all of you. But do you feel, Lizzie, the receptive, cooler tone of your nervous system?
Yeah, the word for me is that it felt so quieting.
Yes. So I think we should remember that the asana is not the yoga. It's the residue, the asana, the pranayama, the meditation. It's the residue, our chanting, whatever. It's the residue that it leaves in us. So we need to be, I think, more reflective of what residue we're creating and notice when ambition gets the better of us. And then we will create a residue that will provide less suffering in the future. Hayam Dukam Anagatam.
Hayam Dukam Anagatam. I'm signing up. I'm ready. Mom, it's so fun learning with you. I love your ability to combine and weave together anatomy, philosophy, asana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So the course from Yoga Journal is our philosophy course. You're going to love it. And the link, I've made a shortcut for you. It's LizzieLasater.com/sutra. That's where you're going to go. And they're offering the first 100 students who sign up $100 off. So here's the code. Lasater100 is the code you're going to type in. And if you want to stay in touch with Mom and me and all of our digital projects that we're working on, you're going to go to experientialanatomy.yoga and get on our list. So sending lots of love and a big namaste across the skies.
Back to you.